Welcome to the deep dive. For this one, we found three really fascinating and pretty unusual news items from the past week.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to break them down using our usual summarization tools to get right to the core of what's happening.
And we are really covering some ground today. We're starting with how AI agents are, well, basically collapsing the idea of the website click.
A huge deal.
Then we're jumping to a piece of hardware, a new kind of robot vision that's inspired by the human eye. And then we're zooming way, way out.
All the way out to our farthest space probe, Voyager 1.
Exactly.
So the mission today is simple. We want to help you understand these huge structural shifts happening right now so you walk away with the most important nuggets of knowledge. Let's jump in with the internet.
Let's do it.
So a specialist, Vincent Tarasi, he got his hands on some internal OpenAI partner documents.
Right.
And what he found really confirms the worst fears of a lot of content creators. He calls it visibility decoupled from traffic.
Which sounds a bit like jargon, but it's a huge economic shift. What's so interesting is that OpenAI is basically beta testing the future with a few media partners. They have this special dashboard.
Okay, so what is this dashboard actually showing them? What are they tracking?
It's super specific. It shows how many times a URL is displayed, impressions, but also where it appears in ChatGPT.
So like in the main answer or off to the side somewhere?
Exactly. Main response, sidebar, suggestions, and then the killer metric, the actual number of clicks it generated. They're measuring citation versus traffic.
And the data, it's pretty brutal, isn't it? The example Tarasi shared shows this complete breakdown of the old model.
It's stark. We're talking massive, massive visibility that leads to almost no action.
Okay, give us the numbers.
So the best performing URL they looked at got 518,624 impressions.
Wow, over 500,000. And the clicks from that?
Just 4,670.
Wait, 4,000 out of 500,000. What is that as a percentage?
It's a click-through rate, a CTR, of only 1.68%. And remember, that was the best one.
The best one?
Yeah. Most other pages they tracked were hovering somewhere between 0% and 0.1% CTR. It's basically proof that being seen by the AI does not mean being visited by a human.
So why aren't people clicking? I mean, you'd think if your article is cited as the source, people would want to check it out.
Well, you have to think about the user experience. The agents, they're replacing the act of clicking.
Right.
ChatGPT is a closed loop. It's a conversation. It gives you the answer right there, so you have no reason to leave. The sources are just references, not destinations.
Which leads to this really counterintuitive finding about content quality.
Oh, this is the part that's just wild. The more complete and thorough your content is,
the fewer clicks it gets.
Exactly. Because ChatGPT can scrape everything it needs, build a perfect summary, and the user is satisfied. It's the weaker, less structured content that sometimes gets a click because the AI can't finish the job.
So the user has to go do the rest of the research themselves. This creates a huge problem, though. If you need high-quality content for the AI to learn from, but making it actively kills your traffic model, how do you survive?
It's a total structural transition.
Right.
We're leaving a web built for humans and entering a web built for machines. The whole priority shifts.
Away from engagement and towards what?
Machine readability.
Yeah.
You have to optimize for extraction. The AI reads your page, pulls out little micro fragments, and uses them to build its own synthetic answer. That answer is now the product.
So this whole idea of SEO, search engine optimization, is becoming AEO, agent engine optimization.
And this term, yeah.
So what does Tarasi say creators should do? What are the concrete steps to adapt?
He lays out four main things. First, you have to strengthen your page structure. Clear headers, lists, things a machine can parse easily.
Okay, that makes sense.
Second, the content itself needs to be directly readable by the models. Less metaphor, more direct factual statements.
So easier for a machine to understand.
And third, you have to favor modular formats, things that are easy to break apart and use in pieces.
You almost have to unlearn good narrative writing in a way.
In a way, yes. And his last point is to create pages that are optimized specifically for synthesis. You're basically building a reference sheet for the AI, not a story for a person.
It sounds like a massive shift, but it also sounds like OpenAI is building the tools to manage it.
And that's the key takeaway. Tarasi's is totally convinced a ChatGPT search console is coming. It's inevitable.
Because they're already tracking the right metrics.
They're tracking impressions, zones, CTR. It's the exact same architecture as Google Search Console, just for the AI era. We're watching them build the new infrastructure in real time.
That is a powerful look at where things are heading. Okay, let's pivot. We're going from the virtual world of AI to the physical world of soft robotics.
A big jump.
Georgia Tech has developed something called Phi-SL. It's a soft lens that gives robots adaptive vision. But the crazy part is it has zero electronic components, no motors, no batteries.
It's so clever. The lead researcher, Corey Zhang, said the inspiration was just the human eye.
Right.
Our eyes are compact, high-res, and they adjust focus and light intake all at once. Electronic systems have always struggled to copy that, especially in a small package.
So why is it so hard for electronics? Can't you just shrink a motor?
You can try, but they're bulky, they need power, they break down.
Yeah.
Phi-SL just skips all of that. It uses light itself to do the work.
Okay, so how does it actually work? It's made of a photoreactive hydrogel.
Right. Think of it like a tiny, soft contact lens, and right in the middle, they've embedded some graphene.
Graphene is the key here.
It's the key, because it's amazing at turning light into heat. So when light hits the graphene, it warms up, and that heat makes the hydrogel around it change shape. It expands or contracts.
Oh, so it becomes a tiny light-powered muscle.
That's the perfect way to describe it. It adjusts the focus just by reacting to light.
Which means the power source isn't a battery, it's just the light in the room. That's incredible.
And it gives you amazing control. You can use a steady beam of light to change the overall focus, from something close to something far away.
Okay.
Or you can pulse the light for rapid little adjustments, like for tracking a moving object. You can even shine light on just one part of the lens to warp it in a specific way.
And the tests show this actually performs well. It's not just a cool concept.
The results were fantastic. They imaged everything from single cells, so microscopic scale, all the way up to an entire room. And it kept a resolution on par with the human eye the whole time.
I'm immediately thinking of medical applications or robots working in really tight spaces where electronics would be a problem.
Absolutely. Think of a tiny, soft robot for surgery or for inspecting pipes. You can't fit a complex camera system in there. This lens gives them adaptive vision without any of the bulk or power needs.
So what's the catch? Is it ready now?
It's still a prototype. The big challenges are, standardization and proving it can handle millions of those heating and cooling cycles without degrading. But the principle is rock solid.
That is a true game changer in hardware. All right, let's make our final, really dramatic pivot from millimeters to light years.
Here we go.
Let's talk about Voyager 1. The probe has been out there for 48 years and 2 months, and it's flying at almost 61,200 kilometers per hour.
The longevity of that mission is it's mind-boggling. Launched in 1977. And it's now getting close to a symbolic milestone that just hammers home the scale we're talking about.
The daylight distance.
The daylight distance, expected by the end of 2026.
And we have to switch to light-based units at this point, don't we? Kilometers just become meaningless.
The numbers get too big to even imagine. A light year is almost 9.5 trillion kilometers, just an abstract number. But if I say one daylight away, you instinctively get a sense of the scale.
So let's define the units here. What's an hour light and a daylight?
An hour light is about 1.08 billion kilometers, and a daylight is just 24 of those, so about 25.9 billion kilometers. That's the finish line Voyager 1 is approaching.
And where is it right now?
It is so close. It's currently at about 23 hours and 34 minutes light away.
So less than half an hour light to go before it crosses that one daylight threshold.
Exactly. It's just around the cosmic corner.
But using that unit of time brings up the other critical point, which is the communication delay. This is where the distance becomes a real, tangible problem for the team on Earth.
It's the biggest operational challenge they have. The signals travel at the speed of light, so a command sent from Earth. It takes almost 24 hours just to get to Voyager 1.
Just one way.
Just one way. And then when the probe sends back a confirmation or its science data, that's another 24 hours coming back.
So if they send a command on Monday morning, they don't even know if it was received until Wednesday morning. That's a 2-day round trip for a single command.
Exactly. It takes incredible patience and planning. And remember, its sister probe, Voyager 2, is out there too. It's a bit closer, about 19.5 light hours away. It's just a constant slow-motion conversation across the solar system. We've really covered the full spectrum today. We started with this immediate, really disruptive shift in how online content will work, moving toward machine synthesis.
Right, where the click is dying.
Then we went to this amazing biomimetic hardware, a lens that sees without electronics. And we finished with the sheer scale of human exploration with Voyager 1, reminding us just how vast space really is.
So here's a final thought for you to take away. As we move into this AI web where content is designed to be fragmented and synthesized by machines, How do we preserve the essential human qualities of storytelling? The narrative, the emotion, the experience of reading, when everything is being built to be pulled apart?
That is a critical question, not just for creators, but for our culture.
This has been a deep dive on the podcast de Philippe. If you found these insights valuable, please help us grow. We're on a mission to reach 2,000 subscribers.
Yeah, please share this with someone who'd find it interesting.
It would really help us out. Thanks for listening.
We'll be back soon with more from the cutting edge.